An airplane is not to us a weapon of war, but a flash of silver slanting the skies. The hum of a deep-voice motor, a feeling of dizziness. It is speed and ecstasy. A Royal Canadian Air Force pilot by the name of John Gillespie McGee Jr. wrote that back in 1941. He also wrote the world's most famous aviation poem called High Flight, which he wrote at 30,000 feet in the air while test piloting a brand new Spitfire airplane. Pretty impressive. I mentioned this as a poetic segue into a little slice of Nanaimo's aviation and airport history. 80 years ago, during the Second World War, the Nanaimo Airport, which was called the Cassidy Airstrip or Station, was a training school for pilots, where they taught new recruits from Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand on how to load, fly, and land planes, which could be used to support the Allied troops along the front lines overseas. In addition to flying airplanes, they were learning to fly gliders, big gliders, heavy gliders that contain jeeps and supplies and dozens of armed troops. Take a look.
Vancouver Island. Dakota transports manned by air aces warm up at Cassidy Station for Pacific training of Canada's airborne troops. The technique of invasion by air that struck lightning blows for European victory is now turned against Japan. A jeep and its crew, or 2 squads of soldiers, go into these gliders, cargoes of trouble for the Japs. The only training station of its kind in Canada, this 3-month transport flying course schools pilots for casualty flying and parachute dropping, as well as glider towing. Now ready to cast off the tow rope, and it contains enough nylon for 60,000 stockings. Most spectacular branch of modern war, the airborne infantry prepares to join full-scale Allied battle in the Pacific.
It was all part of the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan, and it was very successful. Nanaimo, together with 150 other flight schools across Canada, trained over 136,000 Air Force personnel from all over the world, and they did it in only 5 years. Pretty impressive. So the next time you're out at the airport, remember that you're standing on an important part of our history. When the free world needed a champion, Nanaimo answered the call.